Welcome to GGKCS, the multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross stitch, and geeky. My name is Cece, and I'm glad that you're here today. I'm looking at my show notes on my phone, and then I'm going to explain why I'm not in my normal spot. Today is Thursday, the 22nd of October 2020. And this is episode 418. I'd like to say a big welcome back. Love you guys to all returning viewers, and a big hiya. Did I say you guys? See, I'm trying to work on that. Love y'all. And a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. I know we have some new viewers that have come because of some exciting news that I'll tell you in Yummies. But just explaining the situation here. So it is dark o'clock in the morning, and I'm on my way to Seattle for a doctor's appointment. And I'm going to get a few minutes to say hi to Dammy, but not long enough to record an episode. And I'm on the ferry right now. Russ is right there. You can see his sleeve. There he is.
Hello.
And we are in the car, drove on the ferry. It's too dark to show you anything outside. Maybe I'll be able to show you something later. But settle in for story time with Cece. Okay, are you ready? Because of the COVID, they reduced the number of, normally the Bremerton Seattle ferry is a 2-boat service. And it runs approximately every, hour and a half-ish?
Right now?
No, normally, in real life.
Hour and 15 minutes.
Hour 15 minutes or so. Well, because of the COVID and not as many people riding the ferry, they've reduced it down to every 57 hours only. Not really, but that's what it feels like. And of course, they announced a couple days ago that starting Sunday, they're going to go back to 2-boat service. That doesn't help me today on Thursday. But I also checked, taking the ferry from Bainbridge Island, driving to Bainbridge Island, because yes, you can drive onto the island, and taking the ferry from there, or driving up to Kingston and taking the ferry from there, and I was going to have to leave at the same time no matter what. So, this way, Russ doesn't have to walk to work this morning, because normally he walks onto the ferry, and then walks to work once he gets to Seattle. And I'm going to get a little bit of time with Dammy, before my doctor's appointment. And now Dammy, if you're new here, Dammy is our 21-year-old kid. They turned 21 on last week. Yes. And they came home for the weekend. It was lovely. But Dammy is a junior in university, and their schedule is crazy. And so normally Dammy is on every other week, which means they should have been on today, but because of crazy, they're not on today. They will be on for 2 weeks in a row starting next week because of them being not here this week. Although I'm hoping to get them to say hi to y'all right quick when I see them in a little bit. Yeah, so that is what's going on. So I have a few things to show you. I had to pack everything in a bag to show y'all. So I decided to leave a couple things that were going to be in Yummies at home, and we'll just do those next week. But I do have quite a bit to talk to you about, and hopefully, I know the lighting's not great right here, because it's dark outside. I'm not usually awake this early, and it's ridiculous. Okay, I've been jabbering for 5 minutes now. So let me see if I can show you a couple things. If it's too dark, I'll wait and record maybe while I'm waiting for Dammy to get out of class, if I get there before they get out of class, or maybe on the ferry back to home. So, but hello, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And I normally don't record in a car. But we've recorded in some very random places, like probably the most random place we ever recorded was when we were in Scotland and we recorded in a castle.
Oh, yes.
We did. I don't know what episode number that is, but that was fabulous. Fabulous. It was whatever year the I'm in Love with 18th Century Scotsman cowl came out, because we did the photo shoot in the castle with Dammy wearing the cowl. Mm-hmm. Whatever year that was, that's when we recorded in the castle. So, okay. Let's move on to the next segment. All right, let me see if I can show you what's on my needles. So this is in my project bag from Nerdbird Makery. And I'm working on a pair of birthday socks for my bestie Katie, whose birthday is next week. And they're not going to be done in time, but she understands. It's fine. I'm using my French vanilla cappuccino sock pattern that you can get on our website, javapearldesigns.com. My phone with my notes is falling. javapearldesigns.com. I'm on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn, that's pretty true to color actually, is Abstract Fiber Super Sock Plus in the Thistle colorway. And my last Progress Keeper here, the pumpkin, isn't it adorable, is from Ann Tudor. So I think maybe I need maybe 1 or 2 more rows, and I will be ready to do the cuff on the first sock. So I think that I'm going to be able to make it through and get the whole pair done before the end of the month, which is good because Nanny Swimmo, which I ended up talking about in FlossTube segment last week. I don't know. That's just when it randomly came up. But so Nanny Swimmo is National Knit a Sweater in a Month, and it happens every year in November. And I think this is like my 7th year or something participating, something crazy like that. I should go back and look. But it's a spin-off of NaNoWriMo, which is National Write a Novel in a Month, where you write a novel of 50,000 words or more in November. So Nanny Swimmo is Knit a Sweater of 50,000 stitches or more. So I'm starting my sweater on the 1st of November. And so I really want to have Katie's socks done before then. So I'm actually going on Saturday to the fiber mill that I work for from home. So I do the admin, social media, all invoicing, all that stuff from my house, because the fiber mill is like an hour away from me. But I'm going out there on Saturday to dye the yarn for my Nanny Swimmo sweater, and I'm so excited. So while Dammy was home over the weekend, they helped me take measurements so that I could decide what size, because I'm doing the Sinister Cadigan. I can't think of the designer's name, but her business is Encantion Bieg, I believe. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but it's another sweater that I will do knit in the round and then steek to make it a cardigan, and it's got sinister cats here, and my plan is to add pockets to it. I found a tutorial that I think is going to work. I'm going to take the pattern with me out to the mill this weekend and get some other knitters' input to see if they think it will work the way I'm thinking. So yeah, so I want to finish Katie's socks before that. So hopefully while I'm waiting at the doctor's office and such, I'll be able to get this one done and then get the other one cast on. So that is everything that is on my needles right now. So let's move on to the next segment. The sun is starting to come out. I'm seeing a little light on the horizon. So, okay, let me tell you about my finished project for the week. The pink is a little brighter than it's showing. I always have this problem because I'm wearing pink, and so it doesn't want to show it true. But this is my 42nd preemie hat for the year. It's sparkly, can you tell? This may be my favorite preemie hat I've ever knit, because it's got all my favorite colors. It's from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get on Ravelry. Not on Ravelry. We're not on Ravelry anymore, Cece. On our website, javapearldesigns.com. You can get it for free there. I did it on US 6's 4mm needles, and the yarn is... Okay, so the gray that I held throughout is X-Ray and hand-dyed fingering sock in the semi-solid battleship colorway. The orange that you're seeing in the stripe and in the pom-pom is Pandia's Jewels Snug in the pumpkin spice colorway, and the pink is Pandia's Jewels Super Sparkle in the electric pink colorway. So as you may know, pink is my very favorite color. My second favorite color is orange, autumnal orange, and then gray goes with everything. So all my favorite colors in one lovely, lovely hat. So, and it's sparkly. What more could you ask for? It's fabulous. So there's my one finish for the week. So there we go. Let's move on to the next segment. So the sun is starting to come out. We're getting a little light on the horizon, and we're getting close to pulling into the ferry dock in Seattle. So this is the view out the window as we're getting ready to pull in. Okay, so I'm on a different ferry now heading back home, but just thought I would give you a little glance out the side window here before I start recording again. And now it's time for FlossTube. Okay, friends, I'm in the driver's seat, obviously, this time. And you just saw out my side window, because I'm on the ferry. There's some people walking around in the background. Hopefully that's not too distracting. And hopefully the giant steering wheel is not too distracting. I'm doing the best I can, y'all. So, done. Well, excuse me. This is all out of, out of order. Because I was getting Dammy, when I saw Dammy before my doctor's appointment, I was just going to get them to talk about their birthday and everything, and we ended up recording pretty much all of Yummies instead. So, but this is out of order. So, sorry for the confusion. Done with the doctor's appointment, got some lunch, on the ferry, headed back. I'm taking a different ferry. I'm taking the Edmonds to Kingston ferry, and then I'll drive down to Bremerton, because this ferry runs more often, and that way I didn't have to drive back through Seattle traffic. So, all right, FlossTube. Here we are. So first up, in my project bag by Tilting Planet. I think I took a picture of this. Y'all, I'm still trying to get used to the thing of taking the picture to show you where I was last time. If I did, I'll put it in. So this is Baba Black Sheep by the Prairie Schooler. The pattern, excuse me, was a gift from Michelle Bindi Stitchy. If I remember to take a picture, I'm putting this in. This is where I was last week. I think I took a picture. I'm pretty sure. And here's where I am now. This fabric is brighter than it's showing on the screen. It's more like the color of my hoodie here. It was dyed pink by Era and the Two Martini Stitcher. It's 18 count Aida. And so you can see I finally added the last leg, and then I started in on this part where it's every other stitch. What is that called? I don't know what it's called. All right, my brain knows is somewhere in there, but the word's not coming. So there is where I am on that. And I only work on this during Stitch With Me's that I record on Sundays, and y'all get on Mondays. Okay, next. This one I am 99% sure that I didn't take a picture of. This is in my Outlander to Better to Sleep project bag from Stitch Toolbox. And this is Dammy's birthday present. It's late. You'll hear that we talk about it a little bit in the next segment too. This is Cats and Mandalas February by Kitty and Me Designs, Pamela Kellogg. And I'm sorry that I forgot to take a picture. I will do my best to remember to take a picture today before I start stitching on it tonight. Hopefully I get some stitching in. But I made a little bit of progress This is a 28 count, I think Lugana maybe, from Bestitch Me in the Artemis colorway. So I finished out that middle section there. I know that wasn't done. And then I've started down here on this section. I really, really, really want, the needle minder was from Gecko Rouge. I really want to get this done before I start my Nanny Swemo sweater, which I know we talked about in this segment last week. Because brain. But I just don't know if it's going to happen. And then finally, in my Winnie the Pooh project bag from Knit Run Dig. Sorry, I'm trying not to spill, because you know I got more coffee before I got on the ferry. I'm not sick. This is all allergies. And I'm taking medication. We've been still sitting at the dock, but I think we're about to take off. Sorry. I'm like right out here on the edge, which I usually don't like parking out here, like when I'm on the boat, being this close to the water. But the water's not too choppy today. When it's really choppy, it makes me seasick. But y'all can be my distraction. So here we go. This is my Edinburgh Castle full coverage piece. We are leaving the dock now. Edinburgh Castle by Terra Luna Stitchery. I'm using the Pattern Keeper software on a Kindle Fire 7. My needle minders are from Top Knot Stitcher. Grime Guard is from Crab Shack Stitchery. I realized I didn't show y'all this with my other two projects. I do have ones. These are called Snippities. And they're by Caddy Cross Stitches, which I have linked in the show notes. But there's nothing in her shop last time I checked. So you might send her a message on Etsy if you're interested in one, though, to see if she has any. There's a magnet under here. And this, you can put your floss on and it doesn't fall off. Okay. So, and the silicone ties you're going to see are from Amazon. All of that's linked in the show notes. So I'm putting up a picture of where I was last week, and I'm sorry because I'm in the car. I don't know how many stitches I was last week. I want to say probably it was 28,800, but I'm putting it up on the screen if I'm wrong. Well, I'm putting it up on the screen whether I'm right or wrong. But, so that's where I was last week, and here's where I'm at this week. So I finished a whole nother column. This puts me, these are the silicone ties that I'm talking about. I'm sure people are like, what in the world is this woman doing? I don't really care. I'm doing what I got to do, y'all. This puts me at 29,600 stitches out of 265,824. Can you hear the announcement? It's an important safety announcement. Okay, I just cut out like 2 minutes worth of announcements. I totally forgot that they would do the announcements as soon as we took off. Whatever the that's for an airplane. I don't know. When the boat left the dock, they make announcements. Safety announcements, very important, but I forgot. Don't they know they're interrupting my video? Okay, I don't know where I was. Here we go. I'm at 29,600 stitches this week out of 265,824 complete. That puts me, y'all, at 11.135% complete. I'm still at 5 out of 60 pages complete. It's 2 more columns to finish page 6. I won't get both columns done before Nanny Swemo starts, though. But it is what it is. Love these. They have kept the fabric held perfectly, just how I needed it. So I definitely recommend those. Those are linked in the show notes. Okay, there is cross-stitch content in Yummies. So if you normally just watch this segment, stay tuned because I've got some exciting announcement. I got the new Joss Cross Stitch magazine, and I talk about the charity auctions and some other stuff too. So let's move on to the next segment. I realized that because I was only thinking Dammy was going to record just a smidge with me, I didn't introduce Yummies like I normally do, and then we ended up recording like the whole segment. So here's the intro. Now it's time for our favorite part of the show. Yummies. Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about. Yummies. Okay, here come the yummies. Hey, look, it's Dammy.
Hi.
We're in the car because the rule is I can't go into their apartment. Nobody's allowed in the building.
I'm wearing my turtleneck backwards.
And an alarm didn't go off.
Ha!
And my phone decided that it had no service as I was trying to get to Dammy's apartment that I have never been to before. And then I parked in a spot that didn't have a sign saying it was reserved. And then this guy was like, "You're in my spot."
It sounds like Thursday.
Thank God for coffee. Dammy, do you want to tell them about your birthday? Because you haven't been on since you turned 21.
What am I saying about it?
Whatever you want to say.
My roommates decorated the apartment with rainbow-colored party hats that they drew cat faces on.
Did you see I have my cat leggings on?
I did see that.
I'm gonna have to see if I can take a picture for y'all because I'm, and you'll laugh at this and then you can tell more about your birthday because Daddy was driving and, all of a sudden he did like this, we were still on the ferry, but he did this double take and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "There's cats on your pants." I said, "I told you I was wearing my new kitty leggings today because it was cold." He was like, "I didn't grasp," because they're like orange spark.
They're reflective.
Yeah, they're like the foily orange cat, like the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the whiskers. I'll see if I can take a picture for y'all.
The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue.
Okay, go ahead. Your birthday. Your roommate's decorated.
Yeah, they got me some Tazo tea, pumpkin spice, chai, and English breakfast.
I already told them the story on the Stitch with Me and potentially maybe on last week's podcast about the whole roses and cupcakes debacle.
Oh, yeah. I got those during one of my classes, so I had to go down in the elevator during my class, bring my computer with me, but the Wi-Fi went out in the elevator going down, so my Zoom froze, but coming back up, it was fine. We went to Chick-fil-A for dinner.
You heathen.
We just chilled. I know we call it homophobic chicken. We know.
Sorry, not sorry.
We just chilled.
And then you came home Friday.
Yeah.
And do you want to say anything about the weekend?
I'm gonna turn. No. I had 1.5. Oh, yeah.
When they got home Friday night, the only alcohol I had in the apartment was 1 hard cider. And so we split that. But then I ordered bottled margaritas in our grocery order for Saturday. And I got tortilla chips and queso to have with our favorite Tex-Mex place, enchiladas. And we ate so much food that we were all just like, we couldn't even eat birthday cake. We had cake the next day.
Did you eat the rest of my cake?
I did eat the rest of your cake.
Good. I had one piece of, we got a little tiny chocolate cake, like they're both 6-inch diameter, that's what it is, and a little tiny pumpkin spice one.
Daddy wouldn't eat any of the pumpkin spice.
I only had 1 slice of each, and then I said, "You can have the rest, I'm not hungry."
It took several days. But I had 1 more piece of the chocolate and then gave the rest of the chocolate to Daddy since he didn't want any pumpkin spice. If I had known he didn't want any pumpkin spice, I wouldn't have eaten any more of the chocolate. But it is what it is. Have you worn your new shirt yet?
No.
Do you want to tell them what it is?
It's Ariel in her sail dress.
And it says...
Out of this.
Yes. And then we got you a Ariel pin too.
Yeah.
And,
it's on my corkboard.
And Dammy's cross stitch that is not done yet. Y'all, you will know this by this point because I'm sticking this in Yummies. I'm hoping to have it finished before Nanny Swemo, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
That's okay.
We're going to do our best. Do you want to, since you're sitting here, do you want to walk through the just cross stitch with me?
Sure.
Hi, we're back. So while Dammy was home, the just cross stitch December 2020 came. And there was some cute stuff in here. Lots of holiday stuff. I really like this one. The Harvest Sampler by Jane Chandler of Not So Plain Jane Designs. It's not huge. It's only 65 by 93. Mm-hmm. And there's not a ton of back stitching, just a little bit. So that one is cute. This one. I've never done a piece like this.
You're doing one right now.
No, not like this.
Well, it doesn't look like that, but it's like kind of the same style. Because it's circular.
That's true. But I don't know. This one's called Autumn Meditation by Carolyn Manning. It's 108 by 108. There's an article about, I think it's called Wichelt Imports. They do like beads and such. 50 years. I love these Christmas trees. I wouldn't put them on tea towels. But I think they're really cute. They are by Sharon Pope. One is 70 by 49 and one is 69 by 49. So that wouldn't be... those would make like a really cute Christmas ornament. Like if you're doing a Christmas ornament exchange or something. That would be really cute. I'm not showing y'all everything in here. I should have marked pages and I didn't do it. They showed the winners of the Christmas ornament contest and the patterns are all in there.
It's beginning to look a lot like Chris.
I forgot to turn my phone off. We're on silent. You guys, we're recording in the car right now, okay?
Is that what this is?
I do like that they included a Hanukkah option.
But there's one Hanukkah pattern in...
There are...
50 Christmas patterns?
No, they're not all Christmas. There are some winter.
They're winter.
Yes. This is pretty. This is by Linda Jean Jenkins.
Not the food service truck.
With its beep, beep, beep backup.
Beep, beep, beep.
This is the final tree in the series.
I don't like the background that's all white. I would change it to a taupe or something.
Yeah. And like I said before with all of them, if I stitch them, I won't do the words. I adore that border, though. How gorgeous is that border? This is by Kimberly Tyree of KST Designs, 119 by 161.
Uh-oh!
I'm not going to say who the designer is.
Okay.
There's this nativity piece. I feel like you can see it better here. Do you see that odd white backstitching? We even showed it to your daddy, and he was like, why is that there?
It's a nice piece. It just wouldn't do the back
Yeah,
stitching.
without the backstitching, it would be fine, but I don't understand what the purpose of... If you were going to backstitch, why wouldn't you backstitch in the black?
Yeah.
If you're wanting to give it a crisper line, why would you do it in a totally different color like that? I love this piece sampler. And you told me where it came from. It's because it's from Anton Chekhov.
Oh, it's from Uncle Vanya. I don't know whose translation. Probably Lawrence Senelik's.
So it says, we shall find peace, we shall hear the angels, we shall see the sky sparkling with diamonds. This is by Kathy Busey. It's 81 by 63. But it's got some specialty stitches in it. It's got Algerian eye.
Oh. French knots. I know how to do those. That's the only one I know how to do.
And beads. Where are the Algerian eye. Oh, it's the... Where is that symbol?
What symbol is it?
It's that one. I don't even see that symbol.
Hold on, we're going deep.
Because it's
a heart with an... Oh, do you think that's a typo and the heart's not meant to be there? Because the asterisk is these.
Oh, maybe.
Because there's a heart behind it, but I don't think it's meant to be there. Because the only heart is this one.
Typo in the magazine, y'all. This one. Oh my gosh. Look at that bunny.
Very 70s.
Very 70s. I'm digging the flowers.
I'm digging it.
This is Winter Hair by Leslie Tier. It's a 77 by 105.
It looks more like autumn hair to me.
It does, but I love it. Oh, look, the birdie is even flowered.
Huh?
The birdie has the same kind of flower design.
Oh.
And the moon is super cute.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was about it that I wanted to show. So, yep. So, there's that. Dammy, I also have not told them my good news. That I was chosen to be because I have not recorded I haven't recorded Yummies yet. I was chosen to be a VIP for the Black Needle Society, which means that I will be showing you some stuff in upcoming months with their subscription boxes. I'm pretty sure, and I purchased this one. The first one that I'll have to show you will be in Vlogmas when I do my it's the Nice List. I did the 25-day, the Nice List box with them. But I do have a coupon code for y'all. It's all capital letters, Java Pearl 5, JAVAPURL 5. That will only work for the box-to-box subscriptions because the 6 and 12-month subscriptions have a discount already built in, and special edition boxes it doesn't work on. But Java Pearl 5, and I'll put a link in the show notes to the blackneedlesociety.com. Do you want me to should I tell them about the auctions while we've got it going here?
Sure.
I've got to open Michelle's thing here. So she has up again our 10 ebooks because I think she started and she said that she started the bidding too high last time. And so she started it a little bit lower. So what we're talking about is my friend Michelle of Vindy Stitchy Designs. Most months does auctions for charities. And this month we are partnering with Michelle for Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And the charity is Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, that volunteers to take family photos for families who've lost babies. That way the family can hold on to the memories despite not being able to hold their babies anymore. So we've got the 10 ebooks. There is a kit for a Nantucket style basket. There is, I really want to bid on this one, but the bidding is already higher than probably I can do. So there's a book sleeve that Michelle also uses for cross stitch projects from Love You More Studios, which is the same as Black Needle Society, as well as 3 patterns: Apothecary, Mandrake, and Belladonna from Darling and Whimsy. There is this cute kit. And then there is, this is kind of like a Trapper Keeper. Do y'all remember that from back in the days? It opens up and it's got like all these spots for floss and notions and all kinds of stuff. And then there is this project bag and thread drop or thread keep and a pattern from Lucy Beam. I think that's everything. So if you're interested in bidding on any of those, you need to go to Instagram and look up Michelle Bindi. And the auctions stay open until Saturday morning Pacific time. So if you want to bid on any of those and support charity. So, all right, you have anything else you want to say before we wrap it up with you?
No.
Okay, I'll be going back in time and recording FlossTube and oh, we have yarn. I didn't bring Knit Crate with me. I'll show that next time. This is from Craft Slayer PDX. I didn't take it out of the package. It's a 85-15 merino wool nylon fingering weight. I don't know what the colorway is, but I was looking for a gray for toes, heels, and cuffs because y'all know I like to mix things up like that, and I didn't have enough gray left to do another pair of socks. So I just found a gray that I can use for that. So, and hashtag GGK Crafty Pad is continuing. Next week you'll have like 3 weeks worth of pictures to choose from.
Yep.
Because you'll be on 2 weeks in a row. So, I already explained that to them on the ferry. So, all right. Well, we'll see you next week. Yep. And I'll be going back in time to do FlossTube, and then going forward in time to do reading, watching, listening to. And that'll be it. So, all right. We'll be right back. I'll be right back. Not Dammy. Dammy's going to do school. Bye, Dammy.
Bye.
All right, I'm sorry for the distraction of the steering wheel in front of me, but that's just how it's got to be. Okay, let's talk about what I've been reading, watching, and listening to this week. Just a reminder that our read-along challenge is continuing. I forgot to turn off my ringer on my phone. All of the details for the read-along are in the show notes at ggkcs.com, ggkcs.com. As well as in our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/GGKCS. And you earn entries into the year-long challenge by participating in the seasonal ones. So, okay, reading. I finished reading Beyond Shame, Creating a Healthy Sex Life on Your Own Terms by Matthias Roberts. This is the book for my LGBTQ faith book club that I'm in, that is for both people that identify that way as well as for allies. So we actually on Monday night will be having our monthly Zoom, and sorry, people are walking around outside. And Matthias is actually going to be on the Zoom for at least part of it. So I'm looking forward to that. It was a very, very good read. Highly recommended, especially if you were brought up in the evangelical purity culture movement time. So I also finished reading the Complex PTSD Workbook, A Mind-Body Approach to Regaining Emotional Control and Becoming Whole by Ariel Schwartz. It was good. I got more out of the chapters where it was a story and then a person's story and then they were relating things versus out of the earlier chapters. But I also now have started reading Complex PTSD from Surviving to Thriving by Pete Walker, and that is really good. I'm finding it very helpful. Okay, I'm continuing to reread the 5th book in the Harry Potter series, The Order of the Phoenix, along with Harry Potter and the Sacred Text podcast and Swish and Flick and All Potter podcast. This week we did the first half of the chapter, The Beetle at Bay. This is the chapter where Harry and Cho have their Valentine's Day debacle of a date. And then also Hermione arranging the meeting with Rita Skeeter and Luna. So I finished reading Hench by Natalie Zena Walshatz. I think I introduced this one last week because I had started reading it. This one is hard to explain, but it is a woman who works for a temp agency in a world full of superheroes and villains, and she ends up working for villains as part of this temp agency. She's a like spreadsheet numbers type of person, and she ends up getting severely injured by a superhero, and in the midst of recovering, does research and finds out just how many people are hurt by superheroes, more than that are helped. And yeah, all that. It's a really good book. It's really hard to describe, but it is really good. I really enjoyed it. I felt it was very, very well written. So if that's something in your arena of interest, I would check that out. I read the next book in the Guild Codex Spellbound series by Annette Marie. This one was Druid Vices and a Vodka. That's book number 6. I have been listening to all these. There's 2 or 3 different series that kind of are all co-mingle in the same world together. Yeah, I'm just going to keep talking. But this one, my library didn't have it available as an audiobook for some reason. So I got the physical book through interlibrary loan and read it. Yeah, y'all have heard me talk about that series quite a bit. I read the next book in the Lucy Kincaid series by Allison Brennan, book number 12, Make Them Pay. This is an FBI series. Much of this one took place in Mexico, as well as Texas, because they're like right there on the border. So, but I don't want to spoil it, but we got a big moment that we've been waiting for quite a while in this series happened. So, and then I'm currently reading Dr. Greta Helsing series by Vivian Shaw. I'm reading book number 2, Dreadful Company. She is a doctor for supernatural beings like werewolves and vampires and things like that. So I'm not very far into it. Actually, I was trying to read it a little bit at the doctor's office, and got disturbed. But so I'm reading that one. Okay, we're still rewatching season 2 of Monk. We started rewatching season 1 of The Mandalorian because the new season starts next week. So we wanted to rewatch. So we rewatched, I think, the first 4 of 8 episodes over the weekend. And then we'll watch the other 4 this weekend, before the new series starts. I felt like I needed to mix up my TV a little bit. I didn't even put this on there. Last night, I had just a really, really long day. And, I needed mindless TV. And I discovered on Hulu I could watch House Hunters, like the HGTV show. I just needed like mindless, just whatever TV. So I watched some episodes of House Hunters last night. I started watching a new TV series called Next. I caught up like with the first, I think, 3 episodes, and it is about artificial intelligence and it obtaining sentience and some problems that it's causing. So if you're kind of into that kind of arena, I'm finding it interesting. I'm still on the fence about what I think about Hellstrom season 1. I don't know if I had started watching this last week when I recorded or not. It's a Marvel show, but it is a very mature audience's horror demons, that kind of thing. I'm still on the fence. I haven't finished the whole first season yet. It like dropped all at once on Hulu. So I haven't decided. I'm still kind of on the fence on that one. I'm watching season 4 of The Masked Singer. I think it was a football player that got kicked off last week. I didn't know who it was. So, and then watching the final season, season 15 of Supernatural, now that it's back, to try to finish up the season after them having to stop because of the COVID. And then just started season 3 of Star Trek Discovery, and it's the first of a 2-part episode. I guess the second part actually came out today, so we'll have to watch that. But yeah, it was very good. I really wish they had dropped the whole 2-part thing at once, but they didn't. So it is what it is. Listening to my favorite murder podcast. They covered a story this morning. I was listening to it on the ferry a little bit on the way to Seattle. I had not ever heard of before, but it was very, very interesting. David Tennant does a podcast with, and who else could it be on there than Billy Piper? Yes, Rose from Doctor Who. Sorry, the sun is like blowing things out a little bit. Very, very interesting episode. I didn't realize that she was a pop star before she was on Doctor Who. And then she talked a lot about what she's been doing since Doctor Who. So it was very interesting. Unlocking Us with Brene Brown podcast. I've actually listened to a couple of the episodes of that while I've been traveling. Today, the Evolving Faith podcast and random Spotify playlists. And that is everything I'm reading, watching, and listening to, which I think we're about to get to the dock. Maybe I have time to record the final segment before we dock. Okay. All right, this might be fast because we're getting really close to the dock. This ferry ride is only 30 minutes, whereas Seattle Bremerton's an hour. So that's everything for today. Thanks for putting up with the kind of choppiness of the episode, and I'm recording with the steering wheel in front of me, and yeah. But this was the only way I could make it work because I knew I would not be able to make it work if I waited till I got home and then tried to start recording. So this way, as soon as I get home, I can start editing and get it done. So a huge thank you to everyone who supports the podcast, no matter how it is you do it. Just by watching, that is supporting, and we appreciate it so much. But especially thank you to those of you who support us financially. There are 4 ways you can do that currently. First is Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives. You earn rewards based on the level you donate at. And we are actually going to be modifying the Patreon reward level stuff a little bit because we are planning to add the YouTube join. I forgot there was another announcement when we are docking. Okay. We are planning to add the YouTube join option as well. It won't change anything. For y'all that watch on YouTube, you'll still get the normal episodes as always, but I know some people are more comfortable supporting the podcast through a platform they're already familiar with versus adding a new site or platform or whatever. I was talking with Michelle Bendy-Stitchy about this last week. So that we're going to be doing that. But what we're going to do is the Patreon rewards and the YouTube join awards are going to be exactly the same. So there won't be one benefit to joining over the other. They'll be exactly the same. So we'll let you know when we get that set up. Second is PayPal. Oh, if you want to learn more about Patreon or want to sign up, go to patreon.com/GGKCS. Second is PayPal. There's a button in the sidebar of our website if you'd like to to make a one-time donation. We are bookshop.org affiliates. Every week we create a list on Bookshop of the books that we talk about in that week's episode. It's an online bookstore with the mission to financially support local independent bookstores. If you purchase a book from our shop, we earn a commission and local independent bookstores earn money from your purchase. And fourth is we are amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go to our website first, click on the appropriate Amazon link in the sidebar or at the bottom of the show notes, do your shopping as normal, and we earn a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's a great way to support the podcast by doing something you would be doing anyway. You can find us online at ggkcs.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online: Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook group, Facebook, Instagram, all the places. And we are just about to dock, so I'm going to tell you goodbye. We hope you have a great weekend ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear your mask. If you're in the U.S., vote. But also things are going to be even more crazy with the state of the country right now as we're coming into the election, becoming very, very close, less than 2 weeks to go. So please take care of yourself. If you need to take a break from the news, if you need to take a break from TV, if you need to take a break from social media, do what you have to do to take care of yourself. Okay? Okay. All right. Well, until next time, I'll see you on Monday for Stitch With Me. And then next Friday, Dammy will be back with me virtually for a full-length episode. Until then, happy crafting, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bubba, give me your fish. I'm looking cute and cuddly. Give me that fish.
No,
Fishy for kitties.
you have fish.
No, but I want you fish.
You can burn your mouth.
But I cute.
You are cute. You have to burn your mouth.
But fish.
You're not going to burn your mouth.
Fish, Bubba, fish.
Hi there. I see you.
Fish.
It's very yummy.
Yeah, I will turn this way and I will stare at you till you give me that fish.
No. I won't give you anything.
Fish.
Here you go. It's on my fingers.
I want you fish, Bubba.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Fish is for kitties.